Hello everyone, welcome to our online Registration 101 workshop. Today we will go over some tips and tricks for first-year students, how to use Bear Tracks, and work on how to use your schedule builder to build your schedule. So today we'll start with going over our next steps, planning your degree, and building your class timetable. After that, you can feel free to use your own Bear Tracks and Schedule Builder to build your schedule. If you're watching this presentation, you most likely have been admitted to the Faculty of Education and have accepted your admission offer and paid your tuition deposit. But there are still a few more important steps to becoming a U of A student. First, we'll go over living in residence. New to U of A students have until April 30th to apply to guarantee your spot in residence for the 2018-2019 academic year. If you are planning to stay in residence, visit uab.ca/residence and apply. Residence is a great option for first-year students. It's a really supportive environment, and your RA is always there to help you. There's tons of great support services offered through residence, which means you get help like peer tutoring. You are also able to meet people you wouldn't otherwise meet on campus, and your floor is your family away from home. As you are completing these next steps to becoming a U of A student, it is important to start thinking about how you are going to pay for your tuition. The deadline to pay for your fall tuition is September 30th, 2018. We have many services available to you at the U of A to help you through this process. Student financial support can be accessed at Student Connect. There are financial advisors on staff that can book appointments, and they also put on workshops for students. You can learn more at the following websites you'll see on the screen: uab.ca/financial support and uab.ca/loans101. Before we show you how to build your first-year timetable in Bear Tracks, we are briefly going to talk about planning your degree. It is possible to graduate from most undergraduate programs after 4 years. Half-year classes are generally 3 credits each, and they run from September to December or January to April. And full-year classes are 6 credits each, which typically run from September to April. If you are on the 4-year plan, that means you will be taking 5 classes or 15 credits a semester for a total of 10 classes or 30 credits a year. However, you don't necessarily have to be on the 4-year plan. If you are a transfer student, transfer credit will vary from student to student, and if you are an after-degree student, you could have a varying number of credits to complete for your degree as well. So it's very important that you refer to your personalized program sheet or academic requirements if you are an elementary direct entry student. To start planning your degree, there are going to be a few terms you need to be familiar with, starting with elective, which is defined as an optional class. There are a few other terms within the Faculty of Education that you will need to be aware of as well, so I'll go over those right now. A non-education option is any course not offered by the Faculty of Education. You might also see the term education elective, which is a 300 or 400 level education course. Finally, an open option can be absolutely any course taken at the U of A. A core course is defined as courses that provide the foundation of a degree. A major is the primary area of study in the degree program. Please note, if you are an elementary student, you are on a generalist degree plan, so you won't have a major and a minor. A prerequisite is a preliminary requirement that needs to be met prior to taking a course. And a minor is the secondary area of study to a degree program. So finally, your degree consists of electives, core classes, major or specialization courses, and minors. However, requirements will vary from program to program. Again, it is very important that you check your program sheet or academic requirements for your specific program information. On your screen, you'll see an example of what a program sheet will look like. Transfer or after-degree students will have received a program sheet in their admission decision email. For anyone that has been admitted to the secondary route from high school, you will need to accept your admission offer and pay for your tuition deposit before this is sent to you and before you can start building your schedule. If you are admitted to the elementary program directly from high school, you will have access to academic requirements on Bear Tracks. If you're on academic requirements, you will find it under Plan on the left-hand side of the page. If you click on your Academic Requirements tab, you will see a page that looks something like this. At the top of the page, you'll see your requirements for years 1 and 2, including how many credits you are required to take, how many of these credit requirements you are registered in, and how many credit requirements you have remaining. It is important to read all notes sections. This is where important information about your program and registration guidance is provided. In the elementary route, you will need to complete 51 credits of non-education elements to meet degree requirements. Every section will list the courses that can be considered for each requirement. Using the fine arts section as an example, you'll see that you can take any art course or any dance course, etc., towards meeting the 6 credits of this requirement. If you have registered or taken a course for this requirement, you'll see the term you took it under and eventually the grade you got plus the status of the course, so whether it is complete or in progress. When you see a requirement like art followed by 3 pound symbols, this is indicating that any art course will work for this requirement. For these requirements, you will need to open a new tab and go to the Search for Classes section of Bear Tracks to search for art courses that are offered in the term you'd like to register for. Also be sure to select View All when you are looking at a specific requirement on academic requirements. Some sections have many courses you can choose from, so you will not see all of them listed if you don't select View All. If you are considering professional programs after your Bachelor of Education, our degree program is a great jumping-off point. It is important that you contact the faculty or institution you are hoping to enter directly to inquire about pre-professional requirements. The Faculty of Education does allow students to take extra-to-degree courses if you're hoping to take a course that does not meet your education degree requirements. The exception to this rule would be if you are on your practicum term. Now we'll go over building your class timetable. Before we begin the registration demo, we are going to briefly go over timetabling basics and planning. I'll go over a few terms. A lecture is when a professor speaks to various topics for the duration of the session. A lab is the hands-on component of a course. And a seminar is a class based on discussion, project work, or shared assignments. Depending on the courses you are required to take, some courses may have multiple components. We'll do an example of how to add a course like this later on in the presentation. When creating your timetable, it is important to consider the following. Take your prerequisite classes first. This will allow you to take higher-level courses. Schedule classes with fewer offerings first. If there's an education course that's only offered once during the week versus an English class that has 5 different time offerings, you might want to consider scheduling your education class before scheduling your English class and schedule the English class around the education class. If you need time to commute to campus, you might want to consider that. You might also want to consider if you are more of a morning person or a night owl. Maybe you want to schedule all your classes right early in the morning, or maybe you want to stick to afternoon or evening classes only. Consider what building your classes are in. It's also important to check the language of instruction of the course that you're registering in. And finally, check the campus of the course that you're wanting to register in. If the course starts with an AU, that means it's an Augustana campus course. Now that we've gone over some tips and tricks on building your timetables, we'll show you how to use Bear Tracks. During this registration demo, you're welcome to follow along on your own Bear Tracks account, or you can watch the demo in full, and after the video, you can create your schedule. Bear Tracks is the online portal which gives you access to almost everything involved in your university career. Within Bear Tracks, you will accept your offer and pay the tuition deposit if you're new to the U of A. You can search for classes, build and plan your timetable, and actually enroll in classes on your enrollment date. This is also the place you can add, drop, or swap classes. And if you haven't gone there already, it's at uab.ca/beartracks. This is what the sign-in page will look like. You'll want to click Single Sign-On to sign into your Bear Tracks account. At this point, you will enter your CCID and password. This will then bring you to your Bear Tracks homepage, which will look similar to what is on the slide. Now I'm going to go over the steps on how to change your program on Bear Tracks. If you have been admitted to more than one program, or if you are transferring from a different program at the U of A, this will be very important as you need to be registered in the right program on Bear Tracks. To change your program, you'll want to go to Academics, then hit Enroll, and then Change Program. You will then choose your new program, and if necessary, drop all classes from your previous program. Now we'll go over searching for classes. There are several features that you can use on BearTracks to do this. The Browse Course Catalog feature includes information on all courses that could be offered at the university. For example, many of you will have to take an English course, but there are many to choose from. The Browse Course Catalog is a great feature that will provide descriptions on each course. This is a good place to have a list of courses that you'd eventually like to take. However, it is important to note that not all courses listed on the course catalog will be offered each term. To know which courses will be offered in the term you are registering for example, Fall 2018, you'll have to actually search for courses. If you want to use the course catalog, you would select Browse Course Catalog under Search on the left-hand side. Note that adding courses to this planner is not linked to your course registration or schedule builder. Because of this, I will not go through an example. Now I will show you how to search for classes. To search for classes, look under Search and hit Search for Classes. From there, you will select the term you want to search for. Now you will select the type of course you want to search for. If you know that you need a 100 level French course, for example, you can actually put a 1 in the course number box and all the French courses that start with 1 will come up. I would also recommend unchecking Show Open Classes Only so that you can see all the classes that are being offered, whether they are full or open. From here, you can hit Additional Search Criteria, and you'll get more options to narrow your search. For example, if you only wanted to search for evening classes, you could use the meeting start and end time to narrow the search for a specific time period. You could also use the Mode of Instruction section if you wanted to search for internet courses, for example. So if you search for 100 level French courses, you'll see a page like this. In this example, all 100 level French courses being offered in Fall 2018 will appear. I want to go over a few things you'll see on this page. At the top of the page, you'll see a legend that you can use to see if a course is open, full, canceled, or closed. You'll also see the days of the week the course is offered. If there is a location already, it will appear on this page and you can actually click on the location to take you to a virtual map. You'll also see the number of open seats and also the instructor if one is assigned already. From here, you can add the course to your schedule builder. I'll also go over how you add a class from your Academic Requirements tab if you are using Academic Requirements. If you are adding a specific course, you can actually click on the course you would like to register in. From there, you can actually add the section that you're wanting to add to your schedule builder directly from Academic Requirements. It'll look something like this.
Next, we are going to talk about planning features that can be used to help create your schedule. Today, we are going to focus on the planning feature called the Schedule Builder. This feature helps you arrange your classes and develop a timetable or a schedule that meets your needs. This is not an optional feature. You must use this to register in classes. It is extremely important to know that simply adding classes to your schedule builder does not actually enroll you in classes. You are not enrolled in classes unless they show up on My Class Schedule. Let's go over the 3 steps involved in the schedule builder that are needed to officially register in a course. Step 1, you would search and select a class to add to your schedule builder. Step 2, you would validate the class to ensure you have the appropriate prerequisites and that the class does not interfere with any other classes you have already enrolled in. And step 3, you would enroll in the class. On your BearTracks homepage, you can navigate to Schedule Builder by clicking Schedule Builder on the sidebar in the top left-hand corner. We are going to begin by finding a class to add to our Schedule Builder. Your first step would be to select Fall Term 2018 and click Continue. Your first step here would be to select Class Search and click Search. On this screen, you can see the program listed in the top left corner that you are in. It is important to check this program to make sure that you are registering in courses in the right program if you have 2 offers. From here, you'll see the Show Open Classes Only box. This will only bring back classes that are scheduled for the term selected above. For our purposes today, go ahead and uncheck this box so that it will show you all the courses that are being offered, even the ones that are full. In the course subject box, you can type ANTHR, or if you don't know the course code for this subject, you can locate anthropology in the drop-down box. We know that we need to take a 100 level anthro class, but we're not sure what the course number is. We can do this by just typing a number 1 in the course number box, and then when you are finished, press the search key. Now all of the Anthro 100 level classes that you can take during this semester will appear. It is important to read the notes section that appears at the top. Let's talk about the row headers. Class numbers is a specific 5-digit number that is associated with a single class. When you're given the option to search by class number, this is the number that you would use. The course name in this case is Anthro 101. The section is if multiple sections of that class are being offered, and this section number is how you differentiate between the classes. The location is where the class will take place. Don't spend too much time worrying about getting your classes in the same building, as you should be able to get to the most north point on campus to the most south point on campus within 10 minutes. The days of the week are indicated with MWF for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and TR for Tuesday, Thursday. The time of the class is also indicated underneath times, and the professors are sometimes listed beneath the professor tab. It is rare to have a professor listed for a first-year class, so don't worry if there isn't one listed. Eventually, it may show up. And then open seats are how many spaces are left in the class. If there are 2 out of 25, that means that there are only 2 spaces left. For the status of the class, you'll see a green circle. That means that the class is still open and you can still register for it. If it is full, that means that there are no spaces left, and this would be indicated by a yellow diamond. If it is canceled, this means that the class is canceled. If it is closed, a blue box will show up. This means that you have to call the department because the registration is controlled. This may happen when a class is a degree requirement for a particular program, and the department needs to ensure all students who require the class can get into the class ahead of those who may not require that exact class. From here, go ahead and select any class listed and select Add to Schedule Builder. At the top of your Schedule Builder, it will show that the anthropology class you selected has been added to your Schedule Builder. From here, you can select Validate at the bottom of your page, and this will show you if you are able to enroll in this course. This is the results page. If you see a green check mark, this means that you are good to go. Ensure that there is a green check mark in the status column. If there is not, it will show what the issues are, or there may be a time conflict, and that will appear as a red X. In your Schedule Builder, we can now see a draft of what our timetable is starting to look at. This is an abbreviated screenshot. You will be able to see your whole timetable. Remember that this is only a draft schedule as indicated in the top left-hand corner of your Schedule Builder. If you are seeing black crossing lines, it means you currently have a time conflict in your schedule and you will not be able to enroll in both of those courses. If your enrollment appointment has not passed yet, this is as far as you will be able to go today. If you would like to search for your enrollment date, select Enroll at the top of the page and then Enrollment Dates. It will show you your enrollment date and the Add Delete deadline, which is the latest possible date you can switch your courses without academic or financial penalty. Since the enrollment date is April 3rd for first-year students, you will be able to enroll in your classes on April 3rd or later if you have accepted your offer and paid your tuition deposit. Once you have accepted your offer and paid your deposit, the next steps for you would be to select each course you have saved in your Schedule Builder and select Enroll. From here, step 2 is to confirm we have selected the correct class. Once you have looked over the details and you are happy, go ahead and select Finish Adding. The third and final step is to view results. There are some important messages on this page. Verify the status of your transaction in the status column. The green check mark means that the class has been successfully enrolled. If you were to see a red X, you would know that you were not able to add the class. Be sure to read the message that will detail why you are unable to do so. Note the enrollment request ID, and it is a good idea to record these numbers and be sure to reference this number with any inquiries submitted to BearTrack's help. This number is listed on the side. It is important to select My Class Schedule to confirm the class has been added and to take a look at what our timetable is starting to look like. Departments in the Faculty of Education manage the enrollment of their courses by manually registering students in the courses. Because of this, you may find that education courses you are required to take are not allowing you to register in on your own. That is okay. In this case, there will be an extra step involved. Your first step would be to try to enroll in the class. Next, you would add it to your watch list if it is not allowing you to enroll. And then your third step would be to contact the department. Next, we are going to discuss how to add a class with multiple components. As we saw at the beginning of this presentation, some classes may include multiple components, such as a lecture, lab, and a seminar. We are now going to show you how to add a class with multiple components. The feature that we are going to use to add that class is called Add a Class. You will be able to use this feature once you are able to start enrolling. First, select the term that you want to enroll in classes in. Select Class Search and click on Search. As we did before, you can unclick the Show Open Classes Only so all courses will show up for this term. In the course subject box, type BIOL, or you can locate Biology in the drop-down box. We are going to look for Biology 101 courses, so put 101 in the text box where it says course number. When you are finished, hit the search button. It is important to note the subject notes. This note here is currently referring to only post-secondary prerequisites for this class. It is always important to read these notes. We can see here that there are two Bio 101 lecture components to choose from. The class notes section for each class has some important info. It says if you are taking this specific class, you must register in a range of specific labs. It also says you must register in a seminar. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you will see the following. This screenshot shows the bottom half of the search results for Bio 101. You will notice that the lectures, seminars, and labs are all listed in these results. It does not matter which you select first, the lab, the seminar, or vice versa. Let's select the lab first and then press Next. Our schedule builder will show up here. We have successfully added the lecture, lab, and seminar components to the schedule builder. The process to finalizing this enrollment is the exact same 3 steps we completed previously in our schedule builder. Your next step would be to select the course and then press Enroll. Step 2 would be to confirm the selection. And lastly, in step 3, you would see the View Results page. That is where we are looking for the green check mark in the status column. Next, we are going to discuss some additional features of BearTracks. The first additional feature we are going to discuss is the Drop a Class feature. The Drop a Class feature can be used when you want to remove a class from your schedule that you have enrolled in. You can drop a class from your schedule without financial or academic penalty until the add drop deadline, which is September 17th, 2018 for the fall term. Here we will see an actual class schedule. This shows you the classes that you are actually registered in. Note the important message at the top of your screen. It explains that if you decide not to attend a class, you must drop the class prior to the add drop deadline for the term to avoid fee charges. If you register in classes and they show up on My Class schedule, you will be assessed tuition for this course. If we no longer want to take this Earth and Atmospheric Sciences course, let's go ahead and navigate to the Drop Class section. The class we registered in was for the fall term 2018. After selecting the term, click on the Continue button. Select the class you want to drop from that term and press Drop Selected Classes. We are given one last chance to confirm that we want to drop this class. From here, you can select Finish Dropping. We have seen this screen before, and note that there is a green check mark confirming that you have actually dropped this class. It is a good idea to record the enrollment request ID. Be sure to reference this number with any inquiries you may have. Verify the status of your transaction in the status column with the green check mark to let us know that we have successfully dropped this class. Let's go ahead and select My Class Schedule to confirm the class has been dropped. You should always verify your transaction by pressing My Class Schedule. This class schedule is empty now as this person was only registered in one course. Some other additional registration features in BearTracks are the ability to swap classes and add classes to our watch list. The Swap Class feature allows you to swap an enrolled class with a new class that you would like to be in. This is a handy feature when classes start to fill up and you want to change classes, but you want to make sure you do not lose the spot in the class you are already enrolled in. The swap class feature can be used in place of the add drop features when you want to switch classes. Another feature is the watch list. This feature is useful when you want to enroll in a class that is full. The ability to add a class to your watch list will be displayed only if a class is full. We hope that we have been able to provide you with a good base of information today, but there has also been a lot of information. If you have any problems with Bear Tracks, use the Report a Problem link you will find on many pages in your Bear Tracks account. Here are some final reminders. April 3rd is when you will be able to register in courses. April 30th is the deadline to apply for a guaranteed spot in residence. August 1st is the outstanding document deadline for students who are direct entry from high school. June 15th will be the outstanding document deadline for transfer and after degree students. It is a good idea to check Bear Tracks to confirm the deadline. August 31st and September 3rd are the university orientation days. Stay tuned to your email for more specific information on faculty information on our orientation. And September 4th is your first day of classes. For support past today, we have the following online forums that you can utilize at our undergraduate student services website. All of these forums, except the withdrawal form, are available online right now. We do have walk-in student advising available to current students. Thank you for listening today, and we are excited to see you in September. If you have any questions past this presentation, feel free to contact us, or you can email educ.info@ualberta.ca to be in contact with your student advisor.